Oh, it's exciting day in writing time. I love it. And we are going to write the capital letter that goes with our word hip, hip, hooray. What letter do you think that is?
Capital H.
It is capital H because you hear H in the beginning of hip, hip, hooray. So we're going to go ahead and get Mr. Pencil up, and then we'll get started. Are you ready? Let's not scream at him. We don't want to scare him out of bed. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Good morning, Mr. Pencil. Are you awake and ready to work hard? Oh, good. I'm glad. So is the boys and girls watching, and the boys and girls in our classroom. They're doing great. Class, stand. Let's work together and sing our song. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Tell me what you think of me. Excellent job. Sit down. Sit up straight and tall, just like capital H. Let's see who can sit up taller than capital H today. Hands in your lap and eyes right here on our card. Look right here. We have capital H. It starts on a red dot, and we get to make a raindrop today. We're going to start on this side right here to make our raindrop. We're going to go down to the dotted line and loop toward the houses and touch the red dot. Then I'm going to curve on the ceiling and come down to the pink carpet. Then watch what I get to do. I get to pick up my pencil. I get to walk over and touch the ceiling again and slide down the pole to the pink carpet. But watch, I'm going to retrace back up just a little bit, and I'm going to curve toward the dotted line, touch the first pole, and curve around and wave just like that. Let's watch it together. Are you ready? Get your Peter Pointer ready. This is going to be fun. Touch the red dot on the ceiling. Now, slant down and curve at the dotted line and curve up to the red dot. Now curve around down and slide down to the pink carpet. Now pick up your pencil and touch the ceiling. Now slant down all the way to the pink carpet. Then you're going to retrace. Here we go. Retrace up and then curve at the dotted line, touch the pole, and loop around and wave. Very nice job. I like that hard work. Good job. Now look, we have a hippo on our paper today. Hippo starts with what letter?
H.
H, it sure does. And our hippo, this is Harry the hippo. So Harry starts with capital H. Maybe your name starts with capital H. Maybe your name is Heather or Hannah. It could be. Maybe your name is Haley. There's lots of names that start with the letter H, so this is going to be fun. At my house, there is a Hunter and a Haley and a Hayden and a Hudson. So all of those names start with H. Do you think Mrs. Stewart likes capital H's?
Yes.
I do. I do like capital H's. So let's do our very best job today. So we're going to make our capital H. Let me show you one more time on the board. And then I'm going to pick some hard workers who have been very good team players today, who is going to be the MVP during writing time, to go to the board and write capital H's. Eyes this way. I start on the red dot. I'm going to slant down to the dotted line and curve and loop toward the houses and touch the red dot at the ceiling. Then I curve around and slant down to the pink carpet. Then I pick up my pencil and I touch the ceiling and I slant down to the pink carpet. Then I'm going to retrace back up the same line and curve at the dotted line, touch the pole, loop around, and cross over and wave to make capital H. All right, I've been watching who's been the MVP today during our class time. Boys and girls watching, I could pick lots of you because I know you've been working, so I know your on-site teacher is going to pick you to trace capital H's today as well. I'm going to pick Carter come and Kayla come and Connor come. They have been the MVPs of their table, and Elijah come. Excuse me. And I'm going to pick Johanna come. and Oakley come. He has been the MVP of his table. All right, pick up your chalk. Here we go. All righty, touch the red dot. Are you ready? Let's see who your MVP will be today. Slant down. Ooh, don't forget, you got to slant down this way first. Then loop toward the houses. Slant down, then loop toward the houses and go up. There you go. Remember, you got to go down this way. Then retrace back up the same line, loop around, cross over, and wave. Then you pick up your pencil, you slant down, you retrace back up, loop around, and wave. This boy did it. Good job. This boy did it. Yes. Yes. Good job. Excellent job. You may take your sports ball or your sports helmet. Good job. All right, and you may go back to your seat, put on your name tag. Good job. How are those things sticking to the board? Because it has a magnet on it. That's right. Good job. All right. Well, good job, MVPs. If you were my MVP, come to the front. You're going to get to help me do something else today. Come. If you were my MVP, get to come to the front, and you get to help me with our upstairs, Oakley, with our upstairs, downstairs, and the basement. Class, stand, and let's do it together. Here we go. Upstairs, downstairs, in the basement. Upstairs, downstairs, in the basement. Upstairs, downstairs, in the basement. This is where our letters live. Great job. Thank you, MVPs. You may go back to your seat. Quietly turn your chairs into the table. Love you. Joseph, be a gentleman. Thank you. All right, go ahead and pass your papers. Boys and girls watching, go ahead and prepare for writing. Quickly. Have your papers slanted on your stars. Carter. As soon as you have your paper slanted, go ahead and get out your pencil. Daddy says, Mommy says, and the babies say, excellent job. Pencil rest on the hippo today. Pencil rest on the hippo. Wow, I have one eye. I have one eye on Mrs. Stewart. Do I have some more eyes? When we're on pencil rest, your eyes go right on me. Great job. Kayla, thank you for working hard. When I said pencil rest on the hippo, her eyes went right towards Mrs. Stewart. Eyes this way. I start at the red dot. I'm going to slant down to the dotted line. Oh, I hope you're watching. I loop around. I go back to the red dot at the ceiling. I curve around and slant down to the pink carpet. Now watch. I pick up my pencil. I touch the ceiling again and I slant down to the pink carpet. I'm going to retrace back up the same line and then I loop around on the dotted line. I touch the pole. I cross over and wave. Go to the first house, the first red dot. Begin. Slant down. Loop around. Make sure your helper hand is in the corner. Don't go backwards. You got to go by the pole first and then loop around toward the houses. Then curve around down. Then pick up your pencil, go to the ceiling and slant down. Retrace back up the same line, loop around and cross over. Go, pencil rest on the hippo. Let's see who's going to beat me up here. Ooh. I had all of table 2. Table 2, give yourself a whoa, way to go.
Whoa, way to go.
All right, eyes this way. Now watch, because I saw lots of people going backwards. So watch, Mrs. Stewart. Do you see that right here? Here is our pole, our first pole. That's the side I'm starting on. I start at the red dot. I curve down. See what side I'm starting on? Then I loop toward the houses and go up to the red dot. Then I curve around down on the pole to the pink carpet. Then I pick up my pencil. I go to the ceiling. I slant down to the pink carpet. I retrace back up the same line. I loop around, touch the pole, curve around, cross over, and wave. All right, go to the second red dot. The second red dot. Begin. Slant down. Loop around. Good. Slide down. Pick up your pencil. Go to the ceiling. Go to the ceiling. Slide down. Retrace back up. Now loop around up to the dotted line. Loop around, cross over, and wave. Good. Nice work. Ooh, I already start to see some eyes. Do I have a whole table? Again, all of table 2. Table 2, say touchdown.
Touchdown.
Good job. All right, let's look right here. I start at the red dot. I slant down to the dotted line, loop around toward the houses, and cross over up to the red dot at the ceiling. I curve around and go down to the pink carpet. Pick up my pencil. I go back to the ceiling. I slant down to the pink carpet. I retrace back up the same line, and I curve toward the dotted line. I touch the pole, cross over, and wave. Go to the third red dot. The third red dot. Begin. Start at the red dot. Tuck your toes under. Begin. I like how your paper's slanted. Good job. Slant down. Loop around by the houses. Touch the red dot. Curve at the ceiling and slide down the pole to the pink carpet. Pick up your pencil. Pick up your pencil. Go to the ceiling. Slant down all the way to the pink carpet. Now retrace back up. Curve at the dotted line. Touch the pole. Curve around, cross over, and wave. Excellent job. I like this hard work, and I love those eyes at me. Wow. Table 1, say touchdown.
Touchdown.
Table 2, say hip, hip, hooray.
Hip, hip, hooray.
And table 3, say whoa, way to go. Like it. Now we're in the second house, and we're going to make more capital H's. I'm in the second house, and I need to find the red dot. Where's the first red dot?
By the house.
Great job. I start at the red dot. I slant down to the dotted line. I loop toward the houses and come back up to the red dot. I curve at the ceiling and slide down to the pink carpet. I pick up my pencil. I go back to the ceiling. I slant down to the pink carpet. I retrace back up the same line, curve at the dotted line, touch the pole, curve around, cross over, and wave. Go to the first red dot in the second house. First red dot, second house. Begin. Slant down to the dotted line, loop around, go back up, touch the red dot, slide down to the pink carpet. Retrace, pick up your pencil, touch the ceiling, slant down to the pink carpet. Retrace back up the same line, curve and at the dotted line, touch the pole, curve around, cross over, and wave. Boys and girls watching, you have 2 more little capital H's to do. The second red dot and the third red dot. You listen to your on-site teacher as she talks you through both of those. I know you're going to do a great job today as you finish your paper with the hippo on it.